Hello, this is Grinstar, and today I'm going to try to make something interesting musically out of percussion type of sounds. And I'm talking about a kick, a snare, and a hi-hat, possibly. Mostly, we're not talking about just a snare, a kick, and hi-hat. We are talking about making something outside of the range of those sounds, in addition to. So usually we're going to lay them down as the beat and the whatnot, but we are going to make other sounds from those just to limit ourselves to just using those sounds. So we're going to try to make something with a pad, something with a kind of a other types of sounds that often go into the melody and the bass without resorting to other types of sounds, like other types of sine wave, saw waves, wavetable, generators. Basically, I want to say sound generators. Effects are pretty okay. So if we use an effect that's different, but kind of I want to challenge myself, and I want to constrain myself to just originating from those samples to make something. So let's start off with, I'm going to go in my samples folder, and I have a folder of some kicks. Okay, we're back. Anyways, in this folder, I had to get my sound working. Apparently it wasn't working. I got cops, crashes, hats, opens, kicks, percussion, snares, that kind of stuff. We're going to go in the kicks folder. We're going to look for a kick. And that one's kind of acceptable. All right, so we're gonna drag it in here. We're gonna usually do our four on the floor style of kicks, which means we're just gonna duplicate this 4 times, or well, technically 8 times, so we can do a full 2 bars there. We're gonna increase the speed to 144, 40. All right, we're gonna loop it. All right, we're gonna alternate with some snares. Yeah, that one's fine. That's a big old long wave. Okay, we're gonna grab that one. We're gonna hold down control. We're gonna alternate. So far, pretty much standard. Yeah, that one's a good one. So let's do ultra small, and then we're gonna. Standard. Everybody does this. This is what normal music production's about. Getting in the beats, understandable. No real challenge here. No, the challenge is what comes next. So we're gonna focus on probably getting some bass. So realistically, we're gonna go to this kick and this sound, and we're going to drag it and create a sampler from it, or we're gonna get into a sampler. If my kids are coming through, they're being awfully loud at the moment. All right, let's find the kick. I think we're using kick 3 or kick 09. Here we go. All right, so we want to drag that kick. We want to create. There we go, a sampler from it. So what we wanted to do is we want to open this up. And every time it hits, it's going to do it. I'm going to sit there and turn on my keyboard so I can play with MIDI. Okay, that's not a bass, right? Or anything. So we're going to mess with I think we're going to go into textures. We're going to put the freeze on. So what we're doing now is that we're focusing on a particular area of this sample here with the sampler. We're using grain, so this is granular technology, and we're slicing it up so small that we're only playing a little bitty section of it. The ingenious of this is that sine waves make up kicks most of the time. The sound of the kick, usually digitally, is basically a sine sample or square wave or something. So we have the building blocks, the basic building blocks, already buried within that sample. So it's kind of a ingenious way to sit there and say, hey, let's grab what created the sample. And looking at this, it looks like a sine wave, anyways. So we're just grabbing a small little section and we're going to mess with it. The way we're going to mess with it is we're probably going to take in some reverb, or maybe some convulsion. And we definitely want to enhance this sound. We give it a little bit of saturation. We want to kind of bring up. Let's do the every other pattern here. And let's duplicate this. Mouse was sitting on my lap. It fell. Sorry. Overall, I like it. I like it a lot. That's actually, I was grooving there for a second. I was jamming until my mouse fell. Overall, didn't change much from that bass line, or the kick, sorry, in the sampler. If we wanted to get something higher or something different sounding, maybe we grab the snare or the hat snare in the same manner. We go over here, we go and look at our let's add a new instrument track. And let's add, actually, let's do something a little bit different. We're gonna go outside the box, and there's a great little, there we go, Reason Rack. Great little plugin that I love using. It's called Grains, and what it does is it's the same granular technology, and it's kind of what I want to use for the kind of the atmospheric texture type of thing. Really fun little plugin to use. Let's reset the device so we go back to initial settings. Let's close this a bit. Let's grab our what do we use for our snares? 0.8. So let's go to our snares here. Let's go to 0.8. Let's drag it in. Already sounding cool. Let's do spectral. Still kind of the attack wise is not really good. There we go. Okay, that's weird. I like it. I think I'm gonna go with it. That's actually pretty cool. We could probably transition that into something other. We can use some more effects to get some really weirdness out of it. Let me look in the list here. We could add actually more granular and use the effects from Arturia. Really love that. You probably see it a lot of my videos. But let's we can get some Bliss. A little bit of static. Maybe a Cable Guy's shaper box type of scenario where we create some transients out of it and kind of wave shape it a bit to make it a little bit different. But I want to keep it this way. I think the lo-fi sounding on the gritty type of thing is actually pretty cool. Lo-fi a bit overused, but the kind of the static in the background is kind of fits with what the image that I'm going for. Overall, I think you see where I'm going with this. I could probably keep on adding to it. It's probably generic sounding at this point, or probably rookie sounding, but it's great for a start or an intro into something else. Realistically, I wanted to do this to obviously I talk about it a bit. I go on walks and think about what I'm going to do on the next videos, and was getting in a rut and wanted to challenge myself, and I was thinking, hey, why not look into seeing if I can create something out of forcing myself. I got all of these products and all of these things that are going on. Why don't I just focus on what I can create with a few sounds. That being the kick, I was thinking like an 808 or 909, basically your basic kick, your snare and your hi hat there. Um, what can you create with it? Um, this is obviously something I created. It's not the best, but then again, I've not been doing this for a whole lot of time, so this is kind of cool for me, to be able to sit there and do this in this amount of time, and to be able to get something actually relatively good sounding. At least to me, I like it. Of course, it needs EQ and mastering and all the other stuff, and this is probably really low. Anyways, I'm gonna have to listen to it, but overall, um, I hope this conveying, to you, a different way of looking at music creation and beat creation. To not always have to go after those sounds and be able to be happy with the ones that you got, even if you have to make your own. Obviously, the this way is within Bitwig, and it used all the Bitwig devices. This way, it used reasons, grains to produce something else, but I could have just as easily just reused this again, with a different sample. I just wanted to, use a different plugin, to try to get something out with a different chain. But realistically, uh, I could extend this a bit longer, but this would take way past what I want the video to be, and you probably wouldn't watch it anyways. If not, let me know in the comments if you would like to see me doing something longer on this. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to say this, but at any rate, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will catch you later.